Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. So we are finally doing the September predictions. I had wanted to get this up like a week ago, but I am in the middle of moving. I'm moving in like a day over the next 2 days to a new apartment. So I'm really excited, but it has just been very busy. Everything kind of happened pretty fast. So I really appreciate your patience with this month's reading. We have 3 groups to choose from and we're looking into the month of September. So regardless of whenever you click on this, you might be clicking on this at the end of September. That's okay. There could be a message for you. And remember to come back at the end of the month and let me know what does and doesn't happen, because some of these things might make more sense as we progress throughout the month. But let me show you what we have. First, let's start by taking a deep breath. I feel like I could use it. Maybe you could use it. So let's take a nice deep breath together. Okay. And you can pause if you need more time. So we've got 3 groups to choose from. We've got strawberry, corn, and pumpkin. So let me give you a close-up. For group 1, 24, agreement, strawberry. And today we used tea leaf cards, oracle cards, tarot, of course, charms, letters, numbers, angel numbers, and the pendulum. Group 2, we have number 10, ritual, sweet corn. In group 3, we have the productivity card, number 8, Kent pumpkin. So whichever number or image or word you feel drawn to, that will be your messages for September. And please remember, as always, have fun with my readings. Ultimately, my readings are for entertainment purposes, but I hope that there is a message for you today that resonates. But if you feel like this one isn't for you, that's okay. Just take what resonates in the message, what you feel like is for you. And yeah, have fun with it. I hope that there's some messages for you, and I hope that this resonates. And I really, again, love when you come back at the end of the month and let me know how it resonated and what ended up happening. That's my favorite part of the monthly readings, because things tend to make more sense as things happen. Or, you know, something will happen and you're like, okay, that's what that was. So it's kind of fun that way. But yeah, the timestamps will be below. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for liking and subscribing. All of that really does help my channel. Also, I do have memberships turned on as well as a Patreon page. So either one of those, if you want to support the channel and receive a weekly reading as well as some bonus content, you can check that out. And yeah, we will jump in. Timestamps again will be below, and we will start with group number 1. Hello, group 1. If you chose the agreement card, then this is your September predictions. Let's see what is happening in the month of September, what you might be able to expect, what is going on for you. You have 10 of Wands, you've got 4 of Swords, and Knight of Swords. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Group 1, what's happening in September? Patience. Cup. You should accept valid criticism. This card comes up from time to time. You've got tree, affairs with your family coming up. Take care or there'll be a loss of material wealth. Spiritual love. Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Okay, a couple of things. You've got a lot going on. I feel like you've got a busy month ahead. There is sort of like an extreme shift, though. It feels back and forth. There's sort of a feeling of like this stillness, this pause, and then extreme movement. Okay, so it does seem like I'm just seeing like a ping pong table or something like that. It seems to be like, yeah, there's something about like a strategy or trying to find balance or something like that. But we'll get into what that might be, but that's what's coming through here. You've got a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So that could be what this agreement is, all right? So there could be some marriage contracts being signed or lease agreements or buying a house or something like that, business partnerships. So there could be something that you're doing or agreeing to in the month of September as well. So we'll get into that. Definitely look at that. You could be moving, which is funny because I'm in the middle of moving. In fact, this is like the last thing I have to pack is my little tarot area. So you could be moving. I do feel like you have a lot on the go in the month. There's also sort of a feeling of burst of motivation or burst of movement that's kind of, I'm getting sort of forcing you to kind of get going with something or get something into motion. Yeah, you seem sort of quite serious about something, or there's something you want to get going or get moving. It could be too that maybe you took the appropriate or necessary break with something to let something absorb, and now you're kind of sure of what direction you want to take something. But I just found it interesting because you've got this like feeling of pause, time out, rest, letting something kind of sit, or sitting on some information to, okay, no, I'm ready to go. So yeah, it could be that you're making your mind up about something in September, or you're feeling more sure about something. Or you're finally kind of making your mind up about something, possibly. Maybe you had to sort of take a break and absorb something before committing fully to it, because this could be that you're making some sort of agreement with someone or some sort of commitment to something. Also, in September, you could receive, it says valid criticism, okay? So you could receive some sort of advice or help, helpful tips or something like that, criticism that is actually worth kind of letting this information absorb, letting it marinate. Sometimes when we get messages like this, like, it doesn't mean you have to take the advice, but I'm wondering if someone has a bit of a point or has something that might actually help you, okay? So I would say if you get advice in the month of September, don't be too quick to discount this advice or dismiss it, because they could have a point. There could be reason to take this information, even part of it, or just consider what this person is saying, because this person might have some helpful advice. So I'm seeing you getting some advice in the month and maybe letting it kind of sitting with the information, sleeping on it. Okay, let's see what else is coming in. So you've got take care or there'll be a loss of material wealth, patience, and Knight of Swords. It's important to be cautious right now and not too impulsive when it comes to maybe spending or possibly signing up for something with agreement. Okay, so of course, take what resonates and do what feels right for you. I'm not telling you what to do, but it could be necessary to gain more information before, just double check something or wait, give it a second. I can be impulsive too with things like that. Like if there's something like an opportunity that comes up, it's like, yes, I'd love to do that. That sounds fun. So a lot of times when you're excited for something, or something kind of feels like really new and fun, and you like the idea of something, as fun as it is, sometimes it's just smart to kind of make sure you double check or do your research possibly. So I'm getting to kind of take care. Especially when it comes to like agreeing to pay for something or commit to something that might be an expense, or an expense that maybe you don't want to continue. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's not here to make you nervous. It's here just to let you know that you can take care of this. You can be cautious. I'm getting in the month of September with agreement and the Ten of Wands, it's almost best that you don't agree to too much, more than you can handle, okay? I think this is why I'm getting this sort of back and forth motion, because I feel like as soon as you start to relax, something kind of comes in and you're like, okay, I'll do this. So I think that prioritizing some rest might be important for you when you can, because there's a feeling of like carrying too much or taking on too much, or possibly agreeing to too much in the month. So it could be a good time to kind of slow down. It could also be that you have some things to take care of in your own life first before you take on or agree to too much other things. So basically just maybe consider if you need to say no to something, or like wait with something, don't be shy to do that. You could be the kind of person that just likes to kind of help everyone. So anytime someone asks of anything from you, you're like, yep, I can do it. So just keep that in mind. What I'm noticing here too on the table is you've got patience and you've got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is not known for being very patient. So I do think, again, with the Shark card, a little bit of patience might be beneficial to you. And it doesn't mean you can't get what you want, because this is the thing. Knight of Swords, they know what they want. They want to get it, but they want it now. Okay, they want it right now. So again, there is going to be, okay, it's going to be beneficial for you to just double check, okay, and just be patient with the process, not to rush too much into it. It doesn't mean don't take an opportunity if it comes in that you want, but just double check, because there could be something that maybe you'll be happy you caught or looked over or double checked, something like that. I'm seeing it as a month where you are making certain changes to different things that you want to do. You're making some beneficial changes, things that you've been feeling for a while. You're making some changes. You're putting things into motion and making some decisions in regards to certain things that you might want to change in your life. I'm feeling like you might be working on your schedule, or I'm getting decluttering your schedule, or looking at what you have, like what commitments you have, and kind of maybe doing a little bit of an analysis, maybe restructuring some things, possibly taking a look at what you're committed to and maybe making some changes if that's something you don't want to commit to anymore. I don't know if I think I said it, but again, there's agreement. So it could be like agreements, things that you're signing. There could be a wedding taking place, okay, with agreement, strawberry, spiritual love, and a marriage with the ring. So there could be a wedding or proposals, quick proposals, a relationship moving kind of fast, possibly. Definite wedding, right? Because you have affairs with your family, spiritual love, a marriage will take place in agreement. So definitely possibilities for wedding invites, a wedding you're already attending, possibly your wedding, possibly. If so, congratulations. So it could just be saying you're going to have a good time. This wedding's going to be great. I would say if that's the case, it's bringing it up possibly because you might receive some advice about something, or, there could be some details to kind of pay attention to. So if that's the case, so say you've got a wedding that you're ready, like you're planning it, all of the details are kind of coming together now, just double check some things maybe possibly as well, like your agreements or different possibly contracts and things like that. I'm getting to tell you to shop around, look around if you're in the planning stages of an event or a family event. See what else is coming through here. I'm getting to tell you the first option might not be the best or the most economical option with something, okay? So that you'll know it when it happens. So again, I wouldn't be too quick to like agree to something or commit to one thing. I'm getting to shop around because the first option might not be the most economical, okay? So keep that in mind. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's like something to do with this move or this agreement that you're making or something like that. So I'm getting to tell you to shop around, explore different options. There's something that you need some time to kind of think about, and then the answer will kind of come to you, like some clarity will come in. If you're feeling kind of unsure about something, just take a night or two to kind of think about it, and the answer should be more clear. There's this one movie, and Cloris Leachman's character says, and I've referenced this a few times, and I can't remember if I think it's the movie The Women, I can't remember. But anyways, Cloris Leachman's character says, when I don't know what to do in a situation, more or less, I can't remember the exact quote, but when I don't know what to do, when I don't have the answer, I tell myself I'm going to wake up with the answer, and I do. So there's something about that here, like waking up with the answer. Don't be afraid to tell someone you need more time with something in September. Don't be afraid to say, okay, I need to think about this a little bit. Again, I would be cautious like what you commit to or how much you commit to. You don't need to agree to everything, okay? You don't need to agree to everything that someone asks. It doesn't make you a bad person or a selfish person to not overwhelm yourself or not take on more than you can handle right now. Someone really wants to commit to you fully. There's somebody who wants to see this relationship move forward. They're very sure about you. There's a great deal of love here. They feel like a spiritual connection to you. They feel very close to you. They want to be closer to you. Someone could ask you to be like in a relationship with them in September or commit further. Someone could want to commit to you. So if it's not like I was talking about possible proposals, if it's not that, it could just be someone that really wants to commit to you. In business, if there's any like business agreements or anything you're signing in business or collaborations in business, again, make sure to review details and make sure that you are not missing anything, or making sure that you are taking care of yourself in the situation. You might want to have someone review something. Okay, so if there's any contracts or anything like that, you might want to have someone review something, someone that's knowledgeable. Just look it over. Pay attention to details. It might not be something like intentional, but you might miss something. I'm getting your patience will pay off. Your patience will pay off. And I keep getting the message to tell you, shop around. You don't have to take the first thing. Look around, explore your options, sleep on it. And that's not meant to discourage you. If there's something you're looking forward to, by the way, or you're committing to in the month and you feel sure about it, don't worry. I'm just saying, like, if there's something, like, say you want to go buy something, and before you like sign an agreement or something, like, just give yourself a night so that you feel sure and you feel confident and you feel excited, or look around, like double check prices of things or ask around, that kind of thing. And then you'll know. And then if it is something you want, you feel confident because you're like, yes, I did my research, that kind of thing, right? So it's more so about actually boosting your confidence as opposed to like making you feel less confident. This is like supposed to kind of support or give you that feeling of like, yes, I'm sure this is going to be great, that kind of thing. Or on the other side of things, you know what, actually, I think now that I've slept on this, I want to kind of see what my options might be with this. So it's actually a good thing. I feel like it's an empowering thing. A lot to do. I feel like you've got a lot you're working on. There's something you're trying to complete. I think you might complete it in the month of September. Something you're trying to kind of wrap up or finish off. I think you might do that in September. I think something took a little longer than you had hoped, or it was taking longer than you had hoped. So you might kind of see the finish line and get that like little bit of a boost to kind of complete this once and for all. So that's good. So if there's something you've been working on that's kind of taken a while and you've had to be extra patient, you see the finish line, it's like, okay, let's do this. So yeah, you could be getting a bit of a boost to complete something as well. It could have been after a rest, after taking a rest, you've got that little second wind. I do feel like I want to mention to this person that is giving you the valid criticism, because first of all, this card is all about collaboration. I might want to read this one to you actually, but this card's about collaboration. Right now is a really good time to collaborate and bring other people in on this. So someone might have some valid criticism or some advice or constructive criticism, right? So this is about constructive criticism. It's not malicious. It's not someone who's trying to make you feel bad about something or anything like that. This person's trying to help because it's saying it's a valid criticism, constructive criticism. Okay, so it says, working with others will bring a huge boost for you at the moment. So if you're thinking of making an offer in business or even a romantic proposal, it should be met with favorable response. Okay, so if you are planning on carrying something forward or bringing something forward or communicating something that you want or pitching an idea to someone, it's saying that it should be received pretty well. Okay, so maybe at work, you're like, example, again, like pitching an idea to someone or saying something or going for something that you want in work or something like that. It says group work, connection with others, and partnering with like-minded individuals and entities are all areas that Strawberry works with. Okay, so in the month, again, you could be bringing in some other people possibly to help you with something. Connection with others is good, so I wouldn't shut people out, and this would include maybe getting some advice. Inability to share or wanting to win at all costs will be highly detrimental to you. So it's really cautioning you against like, oh, my dog's dreaming. I don't know if she was having a nightmare, so I just wanted to check on her. So that's interesting because she was dreaming. Maybe you're getting messages through your dreams, okay, with these two. But where was I? Oh yes, inability to share or wanting to win at all costs will be highly detrimental to you. I will say that is kind of one of the challenging things about the Knight of Swords is when they want something that they want it at all costs. They don't care what has to happen to get it. So some flexibility could be important as well in the month. And just to kind of, I was talking about a wedding with this card, but there also could be like an event or something like that with family going on that you're aware of or maybe unaware of. Maybe, maybe someone's inviting you to something you're agreeing to go to. Someone could be traveling to see you, possibly. Someone could be delivering a message in regards to your family. Interesting. So lots of different possibilities we've gotten today. So let's jump to charms and see what else we get. Okay. Oh, she's snoring again, or she's dreaming again. Hope she's having a good dream. Let's do your charms. All right, yeah, you're being encouraged to exercise some caution. Again, it's not to make you feel nervous about different opportunities or different things you're pursuing or agreeing to. It's just saying pay attention. Pay attention because there could be a detail that's missed or something like, I'm getting to not sell yourself short. I'm getting to not devalue something. Okay, so that's coming through. You've got, there's new hope for projects you'd almost given up on. Yeah, I think you took a break from something or were getting quite fatigued with something that you had been working on for a while. And maybe you took a bit of a break and this has given you a kind of a renewed sense of energy or a renewed sense of like desire for this, or possibly even new ideas or new methods. So there's new hope for projects you'd almost given up on. You've got the cauldron, which is interesting because this too could be about collaboration, bringing in different ideas or possibly ingredients into something. This also can be about letting something simmer, letting something kind of sit with the Four of Swords as well. You have the key. This is really great because this can talk about successful outcomes to problems. This can be a way forward. This can be an answer to a question. This can be solutions. So new solutions could also come up as well. You got the hands. You've got someone possibly making an offer or reaching out to you. The strawberry card talked about collaboration. So again, there could be a feeling of like collaboration or someone that wants to reach out and help you, or could be encouraging you to reach out for advice or help. This teacup card could be you honestly wanting to come up with a solution for something and talking to someone saying, okay, what would you do in this situation? What are you seeing that maybe I can change? Or is there something I'm doing wrong in this situation? So it could actually be you seeking out this advice. It might not be like unsolicited advice, right? It could be something that you're actually very open to. So I would say be open to it, be open to a helping hand or someone kind of reaching out to help you. You've got the little hockey player. This is like goals. It's making me think of defense, like a defenseman or being defensive of something possibly. You've got lots about rest in your month. You've got the sloth. So again, with Four of Swords, that could simply mean you're trying to prioritize sleep and rest and give yourself a rest from time to time. I'm getting it's important for you too to unplug. When you're in bed at night, unplug. You don't have to be like necessarily, like we see this person on the phone, but I mean, maybe it's a little bit more about like separating work. Like if you're someone who's checking in on work emails, things like that, where you're at home, maybe it's a good time to not do that. Maybe watch something funny or do something enjoyable. Like they're smiling, so they're happy. So maybe it's important to, while you're resting, not kind of, bombard yourself with things that are stressing you out or all the things you have to do, and maybe focus on something that's funny or like a podcast or something like that, or a book or something. Like that. So your rest is important. You've got the barking dog. This is about news or information or someone trying to communicate with you. So again, this is a friend. Dogs represent friendship to me. So a friend trying to communicate with you as well. You have the owl. So wise advice, wisdom, knowledge. You could be gaining some more knowledge or wisdom in regards to something. I'm getting you're feeling empowered by some knowledge that you're getting, or some information is making you feel empowered and really like more confident in regards to something. Lots of confidence for sure with that Knight of Swords. You've got the bicycle. To me, this is about pushing through, being persistent, pushing through certain obstacles. To me, it also talks about like sometimes things kind of go a little bit slower, and other times things go a little faster. Because I know, like, when you're riding a bike, you're going up a hill, right? You have to kind of push a little harder, and other times things seem a little bit easier. You've got the turtle, so you've got a lot about patience, sort of embracing a process. You know, even though the Knight of Swords wants to be the quickest, you know, some patience might be necessary right now. Okay, some embracing the process. Or for you, there's a lot, again, I was getting that like back and forth, or something happening fast and then slow, and then fast and then slow. So I keep getting that in a lot of your messages. So, you know, maybe embracing the kind of ebb and flow of how things go. You've got the gumball machine. So this could be about something you're investing your time or energy into paying off. You're getting rewarded by something you're putting in. You're putting in effort, so you're getting something back. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, it's looking good. Got thumbs up. So this could connect to social media, encouragement through social media, someone giving you encouragement. It could also be telling you simply that you're doing a good job, or you're going in the right direction. Someone could be giving you the go-ahead or move forward with something you've been waiting for. If you've been waiting for an answer in September, you also might get it, okay? So you might get the go-ahead for something to kind of move something forward. So you're like, yes, I've been waiting. I've been so patient. So possibly some sort of go-ahead, or, you know, someone giving you, you know, the permission to move forward with something, or the go ahead with something. So very cool, group 1. Let's get you some numbers. We'll do some angel numbers. All right, we have 11, 1, and 7. So I'd like to read 71. I just choose intuitively, but also pay attention to like November 7th, for example. Okay, I know it's a September reading, but certain dates could be important. So I want to read 71. Again, I just kind of choose intuitively. You have spiritual goals. So feel the sacred energy within you. Your life is full of goals that reflect the material world, but this number is a message to set spiritual goals as well. Today, your angels ask you to create a list of what you want to expound more on in your connection to the divine. Okay. So maybe your goals are shifting, you know, maybe it's less about like, I think you're maybe doing some prioritizing of like what's really important to you, some reflection of like what's really important to you, what you really value, and that seems to be really good for you. You seem very sure about maybe what's important to you. Let's read 17 as well, just for fun. Aspire. Ooh, very cool. Your angels encourage you to speak your wants and dreams aloud to the universe, get creative with what you want, and see it happening in great detail. Visualize an experience in which you receive something you always wanted. Feel thankful for it as if it has already happened. Very cool. So yeah, you seem to be like expanding your outlook with something, or thinking really big, dreaming big, shifting your perspective of something. I'm getting you're getting very clear. You're visualizing what you want, so that's making you want it more. Very cool. Okay, let's do some letters, and then that will be good for today. And then after today's reading, I have to pack. I don't know if I mentioned it to you, but I'm moving. This is like the last thing I have to pack is my desk, but I didn't want to miss the September reading, so yeah. And because this all happened kind of fast, I didn't really get the time off work. So I'm like after work packing and moving, but still like I don't really have any time off. So I'm having to kind of push through and get things done when I can. So, okay, you've got more letters. You've got, or numbers, sorry, 8, 12. Let me get a couple more. And look for names, initials. Sorry, there's lots of numbers in here. 11. Look for dates as well with the numbers. You've got the word when and not. So look in the comments. There's always good suggestions. Honestly, my mind is so tired right now. I feel like I don't come up with good words on a good day. So today I'm probably not going to. I'll just get a couple more and then that'll be good. All right, so let's see if I can see anything. I see drive, which is interesting because that Knight of Swords was driving the car. So you could feel a lot of drive towards something, a lot of energy. Yeah, a lot about drive. What else? I see next. I see win, wind, I was going to say brave. Do we have a V? Yeah, we do. Brave. Feeling very brave. Knight of Swords is very brave, very daring, very confident. I see heart. I see, do we have an M? Flip this upside down. Dream. Let me know what you see, group 1. Let's do the pendulum too, actually. So if you want to pause here and take more time, you definitely can. Okay, let's get the pendulum. And that'll be good today. I can't wait to hear what you think. I hope that you enjoyed this. Group 1. Think of your yes or no question. Pause if you need more time. You've got a yes today. So I hope you enjoyed today's reading, group 1. I will see you next time in a new location because I'll be moved by my next reading. So I'll probably show you my new place once it's set up. That'll be a little while, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you next time. All right, group 2, if you chose the corn card, then this is your messages for September. I was like, what month is it? I'm moving. I'm literally in the process of moving. So my mind is in about 1 billion different places, but I really didn't want to miss this reading. So I'm happy to be here. Right after this, though, I'm packing my desk up and moving to the new location. You've got 3 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what else is happening for September. 4 of Cups. 2 of Swords on the bottom. Group 2, what is happening in September? Successfully overcoming a problem, unsettled times, need to plan ahead, inkpot, problems to be resolved, coins, money will be coming to you. Let's take this last one. A change for the better. Okay. And we have to get one more deck. Where did there it is. There it is. Sorry, I'll adjust this too so you can see. Group 2, change. Okay, so you've got heavy theme of change. We might read this one as well. I've been reading from at least one of the decks today. So, okay, let's take a look. Group 2, pardon me. Your group 2. Okay. All right. So a change for the better. This seems great. There does seem to be like you've got actually a lot about change. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. You have change. You've got a change for the better. Here's the thing though. You seem to be having a hard time embracing this change, which is interesting because it's definitely a change for the better. It's almost like you've been working towards this change, but then the change happens and you seem a little bit indecisive about it. Maybe this change is bringing with it a few problems to be solved, right? Because that could be actually what's causing you to feel hesitant. So a change for the better, successfully overcoming a problem. Okay, I'm getting so much here. Let's start with reading this, and then we'll kind of launch into the rest of the reading. Let's see. One thing I want to mention too, you've got successfully overcoming a problem. I'm guessing, my feeling is that this is something you've been working on or trying to kind of figure out, but I'm seeing that some collaboration or some different opinions, some give and take, some help with this might actually help with this problem. Someone could actually offer a solution or some clarity into something. But I'm getting, honestly, I keep getting like there's a refusal to acknowledge different solutions. So you're almost like you're feeling indecisive. It could even be that there's multiple solutions to something that you can't decide. It's sometimes like when we have a problem that we want to solve, and there's possibly like different ways that we can go about it, but we don't really know which way to choose. So that's possibly what's going on for you. Let's look at this really quickly. Okay, what do we have here? It says, it's okay to change your mind. Okay, that could be what it is. You might have changed your mind about something. Oh, interesting. Okay, group 2, this is interesting. I wonder if there's something that you had kind of decided on before, and then now you're realizing, okay, actually it's not really what I thought. Okay, you could have settled on something or decided on something, and now you're feeling sort of unsure, and you're kind of second guessing yourself because you're like, oh, I was so sure about this before. But the thing is things change, right? The scenario changes, you've changed, so it might be that this is okay. It's okay that you've changed your mind, or it's okay that maybe you want to go a different direction with something, okay? Because I think maybe you figured something out, right? Maybe you've realized that something was, had some problems that you didn't realize were there, right? So that could be definitely the case. So let's keep reading. You do not need to be consistent. This is the time to put the needs and expectations of others aside and listen to the beat of your own drum. You don't need to follow tradition. Create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Be daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be done that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control what meaning you give to them. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, this could also indicate that you're getting lots of advice, you're getting lots of feedback, but ultimately you're wanting to kind of go your own way, and maybe this is why you're feeling frustrated, right? With 4 of Cups, like this could represent all the different opinions or different options that other people are presenting to you, and this is kind of, leading you to a choice. And I think ultimately in September, you're going to choose what feels right for you, and it might not be exactly how you thought, okay? So yeah, I do feel like you've changed your mind, or you've decided to go in a different direction, or you will in the month. The thing is I think that your needs have changed, or the scenario has changed, what you wanted has changed, right? That happens. Maybe what you wanted before you're realizing isn't so much important to you. Your needs, your expectations, or your priorities have shifted possibly, so this is causing you to change your mind about something. So yeah, in September, expect a lot of change. What you think you want, you might shift. What you thought you didn't want, you might take another look at in a certain situation. So I wouldn't, I guess, expect the unexpected in the month, okay? And also I'm getting something in September, give it a second look, okay? Because at first glance, something might not appear exactly what you wanted, but if you look a little closer, you might find there's more to it, okay? There's more beneath the surface. I'm getting to tell you to not get too fixated on the way something has to be or the way something has always been, because maybe this is a time to do something in a new way, or maybe things are just changing for you. Because there is a feeling here of like frustration about what's available, and maybe it's because it's new, okay? So you're not you're not noticing it right away. I don't know what this is about. I really don't. Okay, let me see what else. Yeah, I keep getting to tell you, expect the unexpected in the month. Okay, so let's dive into a few other parts of this reading. So you've got money will be coming to you, unsettled times need to plan ahead. So if money comes to you in the month, which I hope it does, I really hope that it does, you know, this could be like a windfall, it could be extra on a check, it could be extra clients or business if you're in business, it could be all sorts of things, a gift, an opportunity, whatever it is. It's saying it would be a smart idea to plan ahead for something that's coming up. So some sort of expense that you likely know is coming up ahead. It might be a good idea to tuck it away because the temptation to kind of like spend it or do something fun with it might be there, of course, right? And I'm not telling you how to spend your money, but the cards are suggesting that maybe it's a good idea to plan ahead and this could actually help you avoid a problem in the future. So if you know something's coming, especially, it might be a good time to tuck that aside if this happens, right? And I know that doesn't feel very fun, or maybe at least budget some of it to tuck it aside. You know, it doesn't have to be the whole thing, but maybe you're setting a little bit of aside for something that you know is coming up. Like maybe you have travel coming up, right? So you're deciding, okay, you know, I'm gonna save a little bit of this. Okay, let's see. I think that the month ahead for you is going to present more options that might be overwhelming at times. You might have some choices to make or some options to consider. And you're going to get a lot of feedback. This is the thing. I'm seeing you getting a lot of feedback, and it's going to be confusing. That's the problem. Because sometimes feedback can be helpful and good. It can help clarify things. But this card was kind of suggesting that you're going to get a lot of people kind of telling you, oh, this is the way to do it. And this person's like, no, you're going to want to do it this way. This is how to do it. So you're going to be getting lots of very conflicting advice, possibly, which could cause some confusion. So you're really going to want to listen to your intuition and your own logic. Listen to what you want. Okay, that's going to be really important. I'm seeing you making some changes for the better for yourself in the month. Again, possibly taking some initiative. Anything you've been procrastinating, I'm seeing you possibly taking care of and getting, at least taking a look at. So if you've been kind of putting something aside or procrastinating or postponing it, maybe September's the month to kind of really, okay, let's dive into this. Let's get this taken care of. Could be in problem solving mode in the month as well, because you've successfully overcoming a problem, problems to be resolved. So you've got problems potentially like popping up, or not even that they're popping up, it's just that you're dealing with them. So little problems that maybe you've been avoiding, or, you know, oh, I'll deal with that later, you know, that kind of thing. I think now September for you is like a month to kind of work on these things. So maybe there's certain like emails or paperwork that you've been meaning to do, or you know, something you have to go sign or something you have to do that you're like, I'll do that later, or an appointment that you like canceled, you have to rebook. Like this is a good month to kind of work on those things and get those things taken care of. I also feel like for you, group 2, in the month, you're going to find a routine that really works for you. Or you could be shifting routines and changing routines, because maybe there's a certain routine or daily sort of thing that you do that isn't really working for what you need now, right? This is the thing, like, I think sometimes we're always trying to find a routine that works for us, but the problem is our needs change, and again, our desires change, and our days change, our work changes. So I think that September for you might be a good time to kind of look at what isn't working for you and change things accordingly. So maybe you're kind of taking a step back and doing a bit of an analysis of your schedule or, you know, your day-to-day routine and making some changes. And I think too, you're kind of possibly craving a better routine or something that's working better for you. Something also could have become a little bit boring, so you're wanting to kind of mix something up and change something. So it could be a good month to kind of change some things. Maybe something isn't working the way it used to. This money coming in could be helping you make a change or solve a certain problem. It might not be like cash ending up in your door, right? So the cards can sometimes, you know, represent other things. So an opportunity or a new job or something like that. Maybe you're making a change with work. And I'm also getting something in September about conflicting schedules. There could be something about a conflicting schedule coming up in September, so pay attention to that. There could be a problem that pops up with like a booking, scheduling of something. Something could get double booked, okay? So I'm seeing conflicting schedules, possibly with someone that you're working with. So I would double check things like emails, confirm dates, things like that, because there could be some changes in schedules or something that's getting conflicted or double booked possibly is coming through. But I see it being successfully sorted out. Something's getting sorted out. The cards are really encouraging you to combine your intuition and your intellect, your knowledge in regards to solving a problem. It's suggesting to you that you already have the answer intuitively, and also you know the answer. So it's just a matter of really listening to that. And just like this card was talking about, not listening to maybe what everyone else is doing something your own way, and really listening to your own judgment. And that's what this Two of Swords is about too, right? So this card talking about that, I think, is really interesting. And it's cool too, because you might actually be combining different things. Like with the Three of Pentacles, maybe you're taking a little bit of someone's advice, but then, doing something your own way, or you're able to really decipher like what is working for you and what isn't working for you in September. You could be like combining different methods with something, doing a little bit of something one way and a little bit of something in another way to kind of see what works for you. The important thing is, though, I think you're coming up with solutions. You're in problem-solving mode. I feel like you're not wanting to like leave things sort of not dealt with. It's like, okay, I want to plan ahead. I want to work on this. I want to figure this out so I don't have to figure it out later. So it's really good. You're kind of like, again, taking initiative for things and doing things now so that future you will be like, yes, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I took care of that, or, did that ahead of time. I'm glad I tucked away a little bit of that money that came in September, because now, this vacation in December, I've got a little bit of extra to work with. Something like that, right? So take it how it fits. Again, there could be some luck coming in, some sort of lucky opportunity. Something's improving. With Wheel of Fortune, a change for the better, some sort of change that's happening is helping you. Also, some change that's happening in September might actually be highlighting certain problems that you didn't realize, or highlighting problems that maybe you kind of like were kind of sweeping a little bit to the side. So now it's like, okay, now I have to kind of deal with this and confront this, but this is good because I'm coming up with solutions and I'm figuring things out and I'm overcoming this problem. So it's almost like sometimes we kind of like don't want to deal with something. It's like, oh, I'll deal with that later. And then when we finally do it, it's like, oh, that wasn't even a big deal, right? I do this sometimes with like things like paperwork or, things like that. It's like, well, why was I, that took 2 seconds, right? So I'm really getting that September is going to be a good month to kind of just tackle that to-do list and kind of just like, okay, let's do this. You could be making some different changes to, again, like I was already talking about, routine and schedule and like daily things that you're doing, but also different changes to things that are frustrating for you as well. I am getting it's important for you to kind of like add like allows, okay, interesting. Something's coming in about letting something be kind of fun. Like it doesn't have to be all serious. Like you can add some fun into this, right? I don't know what that is about, but there's something about adding a little bit of fun. Like it doesn't have to be, this thing that I'm picking up on doesn't have to be so serious, and it doesn't have to be so like structured. It can be a little fun. It can be a little bit like, I don't know, a little bit more unique, I guess. I don't know what it is, but it can be a little bit more unique. Really getting strong emphasis on like what worked for you before might not work for you now. I'm getting in September that you're going to kind of get a little bit of a preview of something that could become a problem, and you're able to kind of solve it before it becomes an issue. With unsettled times, need to plan ahead, problems to be resolved, and successfully overcoming a problem. It's like, okay, I'm catching this before it really becomes an issue. I keep getting something about getting double booked or conflicting schedules. It keeps coming through, so that must be important to somebody. I'm getting to tell you that momentum is picking up on something, progress, you're starting to make more progress with something, or momentum, speed is starting to pick up with this. I'm getting to tell you there's a problem. You might be overthinking or overcomplicating it. The answer might be simpler than you think in September. So you're going to see this possibly a little bit more clear. So there could be something you're feeling quite frustrated about, but it's been overcomplicated, or too many details, and again, possibly opinions have been kind of like unnecessarily added to this. So something is possibly a little bit more simplistic or a little bit more straightforward than it appears right now. So you might see that in September. You could also be making changes around the home or something like that, doing different changes, painting or adding something more fun. I'm really getting something about something being fun. So maybe you're repainting or redecorating, possibly adding a little bit more of your personality into something that you're doing. In general, I think it's a good month to kind of change things up, switch things up. What once worked isn't really working the same way. So a good month to make some adjustments. For sure. That's really coming through strongly. If a problem pops up in the month, the solution, again, I don't know if I said this already, I think I did, but I'm getting it again. If a problem pops up in September, the solution, again, might be a little easier, a little bit less complicated than it first appears. So I would not overthink it, or it could be the simple answer that's actually the best. The simplest solution could actually be the best one. So I wouldn't overcomplicate things if possible. Something doesn't need to be too complex, like there's a simple answer to it or a more direct answer. Or the answer may be more obvious in September than it was previously. Like the answer may be a little bit more obvious. Some of you could be possibly getting raises or promotions in the month as well, or new job offers, things like that, some kind of unexpected offer. If you're in business, I'm seeing more people are drawn to you, drawn to what you're doing. They're wanting to kind of like see what you're doing. So if you're in business, if you've got any sort of like business or something you create, this could be why more money's coming to you, because more eyes are on what you're doing. So this could be the change that's happening. I definitely wouldn't, okay, a couple of things. If you are in business, or if this applies to you, whether it's content creation, something that you make, something that you create, that you bake, that you cook, whatever it is, this is a good month to kind of stand out and do something a little bit original and a little bit different. So good month to stand out, do something kind of unique, switch things up a little bit, kind of stand out. Don't be afraid to do something different and really unique to you. Because people are watching. I'm getting people are watching, and people are going to be very drawn to that because something about you is standing out. Something about you is a change for people. It's like, oh, wow, that's different. Like, I want to learn more about that. Or yes, look what they've made. Like, I want to look into that. So yeah, it's a really good month to kind of stand out and do something a little bit original. There could be a possibility for a miscommunication in the month, okay? So keep that in mind. There could be something that you might have to clarify, or someone might have to clarify with you, okay? This could also be coming towards you. So someone might have to clarify something, or something might have been misunderstood, or like I'm getting like something kind of got mixed up or something like that in the way that they were communicating. Don't worry, this will get resolved. There could just be some need to clarify or get clarification. So if someone says something to you, or if there's an email that's confusing or something like that, ask for clarification. Actually, I'm just looking down and noticing this carrot card, clarity. So ask for clarity, ask for clarification on this. If someone, even if it's in a personal relationship, says something and you really don't know what they meant, I think it's best to just be straightforward and ask, hey, what did you mean by that when you said that? Or, hey, you said this and it was a little bit confusing. Can you like clarify this for me, or can we talk about this? Okay, so there's potential in September for a little bit of a miscommunication, but I think it'll be resolved and clarified, okay? It does seem like email or communication or something someone says possibly could be like a mix-up, because I kept getting that thing about mix-up and schedule, so it could be about that or something like that. Could be professional even, miscommunication at work, or personal. Like I said, it could be more personal. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from your cards. Let's take a look at your charms. We'll do letters and numbers. Let's see what else we have. Okay, group 2. Okay. You've got lots about luck coming in, okay? You've got Wheel of Fortune, you've got change for the better, you've got, lots of indications. Like the Wheel of Fortune, it's a card of change and fluctuation, of course, but it can be a card of luck, good fortune. So you do have a lot about luck. So something lucky is happening in September. You've got the key and the heart. This is really echoing what we were getting about, like, the answer. Ultimately, you're the one that has the key and has the answer. You're going to get feedback and differing opinions and all sorts of information coming at you from different people's experiences, but really you have to listen to your own judgment and your intuition. Combine the two with the Two of Swords and you'll have the answer. You have the Octopus. This can be about multitasking or having a lot to do, kind of having a lot on your plate or a lot that you have to do at once. So again, it could be kind of a busy month, or you could actually be simplifying and trying to kind of like not do too much at once, or streamline possibly a process. Maybe this is what the routine is. You're trying to make something a little bit more convenient. Got a lot of support and sturdiness. So it could be talking about support around you, or you're feeling more sturdy, more steady in a situation. You've got the Candle. This can be about wishes. You could have a birthday this month. If so, happy birthday. If you're a September baby, happy birthday. But yeah, it's about wishes, celebrations, things like that. It's also next to this one, which could be about vacations. Maybe you've got like something about a vacation wish coming true or something like that. This is also about retreat and adventure. So there could be a wish in regards to adventure coming true. Maybe you're buying a camper or something, right? So have fun with the charm. Sometimes they're a little bit more literal. You've got Chaser. So there's something you're chasing, you're looking for, you're searching for, okay? Because it's near the gumball machine, this is about like something, effort you're putting in, or an investment you're making into something possibly paying off. Okay, so investment of time or energy or effort, so possibly paying off. Okay, you've got like, this can be like social media. This can be like likes on social media. Maybe this is why, you know, a change for the better if you're in social media or something like that, or business. You know, you could be collaborating with somebody in the month or something like that. But I'm kind of just generally getting there's just more eyes on what you're doing. So you might notice an increase in social engagement if that applies to you. You might notice like more likes or more sharers or something like that. More people interacting. So that's good. Very, very good. Yeah, it might be a birthday coming up that's pretty significant. An anniversary of something possibly just came through. Possibly an anniversary or a party. Could be a little bit of like a getaway or a party somewhere else, somewhere different. Again, you've got luck coming in or luck on your side with something. It could even be probably like maybe luck, like catching some sort of problem before it happened with the bridge and the ink pot. So possibly catching a problem before it really becomes a problem. So you're able to resolve it by planning ahead. That's definitely a strong energy for you. So yeah, I think you're kind of like catching something possibly. You'll know, so you don't have to really search for it. You'll know when it happens. Okay, let's see. Just by being thorough, possibly. Get you an angel number. I'll just read intuitively. We've got 91. So let me get the angel book here. This is the angel numbers book that I found randomly and I love. So it has all of the numbers. Well, up to, I think, 1,000. So 91. 91. Embrace newness. Absolutely. That really makes sense with what we're getting, because I think something's become stale or tired or just like not working for you anymore. There's a new life ahead of you and it's yours to take right now. Your angels are encouraging you to embrace whatever it is, knowing it's in your highest good. Lie in meditation with your hands on your solar plexus chakra, just above the navel. Repeat this mantra, I can do anything. So yeah, you really are embracing newness. And I think I was getting messages about you like embracing change, but also adding some fun into something, adding a little bit of originality into something, doing something a little bit different. I was getting something doesn't have to be overly serious or too structured. Like you don't have to do it just because everyone else is doing it a certain way. Like add your own flair, your own uniqueness into something. Okay, let's get you some letters and we'll do the pendulum. And that'll be good today. And then after group 3, I have to pack. Like I'm moving in a day, literally. And yeah. Once I'm set up in my new apartment too, I'll show you. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. Okay, you've got came, as, and when, as well as make. You've got an 11, so 11th of September. A November could be important to September for some reason. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me know what you see. I'm like, my mind is sort of exhausted right now, so it probably won't be a day where I see a lot. So look in the comments. There's always really good suggestions. So let me know what you see. Sorry. I see try. Could be a need to try something again because maybe like the first method of something that you're doing at work or something, like maybe it's time to like try different methods or try different things that work for you. Vent, rent, tent. L, I was gonna say angel, but we don't. My dog's snoring. You might be able to hear her. Invent. Maybe you're inventing something or doing something in an innovative way. I don't know if you can hear her snoring, but it's super cute. Great. Test. So yeah, let me know what you see. You can always pause the video if you need some more time with the letters. I'm going to move to the pendulum though, so think of a yes or no question. You can pause for that as well if you need some time to think of a question. So think of your yes or no question, group 2. And here we go. Have a sip of my water. I got a maybe, so it's not giving you a direct answer right now for that question, so maybe try again on the next reading. But yeah, group 2, thank you so much for watching today's video, for spending your time with me. I'm so happy I got this reading up. It's a little later than I would have had hoped. I always like getting it up about a week before the month ahead, but it's just been very busy with packing and working and everything, so I really do appreciate you and your understanding, and I hope that you enjoyed this. And let me know how September goes. Come back at the end of the month and let me know how this happens or if it connects. I'd love to hear. We'll see you next time. Hello, group 3. If you chose the productivity pumpkin, then this is your messages for the month of September. I love this card. I usually use this card in a reading every fall. I think at least the past 2 falls I've used it for a reading. So I just love it. You know, and maybe you chose this because you do hope to be productive in the month. Maybe you've got a productive month ahead of you. We'll have to see what comes up, but oh, relaxation. Interesting. Maybe it's you are enjoying the results of some productivity or some effort you've already put in. We'll have to see. Let's see what comes in. Group 3. Page of Cups, lovely. The Sun. And the Knight of Cups, interesting. Okay, let's get some tea leaf cards. Group 3, what's happening in September? Plenty of material things. You've got some discord among friends and family. We'll see what that's about. You've got spiritual development, enlightenment, and understanding. Awareness and understanding, and stepping into a new experience. Interesting. Wedge. So someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Okay, so let's just address the mice and the wedge card, okay? Because this is actually making me think of a wedge of cheese, which is also making me think of the mice card. So these two feel very connected to me. So let's dive in and see what this is about. We can always pull some clarification. So you've got some discord, some tension, some disagreements among a group here, okay? And again, this could be like family members disagreeing on a situation. This could be like something you want that someone else doesn't want done that way, so they're trying to kind of change the outcome of something. It could be that you and another friend are getting quite close, and then there's someone kind of trying to put a wedge in this relationship. I really don't know exactly what's happening, of course, because it'll be different for everyone, but there seems like there's, you know, a little bit of tension right now, but overall, I will say, based on the other cards that we have, there's a good indication that this might get sorted out. Let's find out more though. Let's get some clarification on what this is, and then we'll move on to the other messages, because this certainly isn't just the only thing that's happening. You have wonderful things happening. Okay, you've got some relaxation. Maybe you've been productive or some productivity is paying off. I'm getting something specific from that, so I'll get to that in a second. Actually, I want to get to it now before I clarify the situation so I don't forget. So, productivity, of course, I think of like being busy and doing a lot, getting a lot done, but sometimes productivity is the ability to like do a lot, but like with not having to be exhausted by it, right? So maybe this productivity for you is allowing you, like maybe things are kind of becoming, like maybe you've found a good system that's allowing you to kind of like take some time to relax, or maybe this is something specific, like maybe early on in the month you're being quite productive and then you have, you know, the chance to relax. Maybe you've got vacation or something coming in, but we'll get to that again, but I just wanted to mention that because it kind of feels to me, especially with this big orange moon and the orange pumpkin, it's almost like something you're doing, you're not overcomplicating it. It's almost like your productivity is making other things easier, which is then allowing you to kind of relax or take a rest or, you know, not exhaust yourself essentially. Okay, so let's find out what's happening with this wedge and the mice. So what's happening with the situation here? All right. Okay, I'm getting somebody feels left out. All right, somebody feels left out. Okay, or they feel like something's possibly unfair. All right, so again, if this doesn't apply to you, don't force the message, okay? This could be something you're not even aware of, but someone could feel a little bit left out in the cold, a little bit like, you know, like they're missing you, okay? So this kind of shifted the energy a little bit because you also have the torch, so maybe this is something that you understand now, you're more aware of, okay? So, you know, someone could be feeling left out. You could be feeling left out in a current situation. So I do have to say though, justice being here is a good thing or possibly indicating that this could get resolved. Okay, there could be some sort of, you know, solution or this getting resolved or some sort of conflict being sorted out, the truth possibly being revealed in this situation. But yeah, I think almost like a phrase popped into my head as soon as I saw these three cards. Someone's feeling left out or they're feeling like something's unbalanced. You could have a friend that feels like, okay, I never see you anymore. You're always with this other person, you know, or they feel like this wedge might not be actually true. This could be how someone's feeling. Like they could feel like, oh, this person's putting a wedge in our relationship. We always used to see each other. Now I never see you, okay? So there could be need for some honesty or some, you know, sorting some things out. Because I feel like someone feels like something is unbalanced. They're feeling a little bit left out in the cold. They're feeling like they're missing you or they're feeling left out. So feeling left out popped into my head. It's clear as day. So again, if that doesn't fit your situation, or again, you might not even be aware of this yet, all right? This might not be intentional, or if it's you feeling this way, it might not be intentional. So I would be honest, okay? I would definitely be honest in regards to this. Be truthful, be honest, and communicate this. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here. I'm getting to tell you, like, maybe this person that's feeling left out generally actually is a bit of an introvert, but they might still want to be included or invited, okay? So keep that in mind. Overall, though, relationships actually seem to be a bit of a highlight for your month in a really good way, in a positive way. You have Page of Cups, you have the Sun, you have Knight of Cups. The Sun is a really good sign for the situation, too, as far as harmony, okay? So the Sun is a very harmonious card. It's a great sign for friendships and family and good times, harmonious times, fun times. So again, I do think that something might get resolved in this situation, or a better understanding of something could take place. And also Page of Cups can have to do with forgiveness as well. So there could be like some forgiveness or some discussion or some openness in a situation, or a feeling of like a fresh start in a relationship, or renewal, or good feelings, like happy feelings in a relationship. So that's good. In romantic relationships, seeing this here for you too, group 3, I'm seeing a lot of attraction. I'm seeing a lot of romance here. I'm seeing new romantic relationships blossoming. I'm seeing possibly someone who's very romantically interested in you and they really want to make some sort of offer, ask you out on a date possibly, invite you somewhere, flirt with you, message you. They want to make contact or they want to see where something can go. They're feeling a lot of romantic feelings or like a lot of attraction towards you, a lot of emotion. So someone's definitely attracted to you. They want to be around you and they want to get to know you a little bit more. If you already are in a relationship, this could be a good sign that September for you is a bit of a, I don't know, like a flirty month with your person, or a feeling of like maybe doing some fun things together, going out on dates, doing some more romantic things. I just did a reading for someone, a friend of mine, and we got this card and it was very clearly about like doing some fun things with their husband. And it was great. And they're saying how like, oh yeah, we were just talking about that, like needing to go out on dates and make time for each other. So that could definitely be what it is. And what else here? Actually, I've seen that message twice, actually, because someone else. So that must be like a collective theme of like, if you're in a relationship, September's going to be a good month to like go out and do something fun, have fun with your person. But if you're single, this could indicate crushes, new relationships starting, someone interested in you, someone wanting to get to know you. So very cool. Now let's move on to plenty of material things. So this is cool because the pumpkin really is more of a harvest symbol. So I do think that maybe with relaxation, work that you put in August, in July, in June, in the previous months, you're starting to kind of see, okay, my productivity has paid off. All of the work that I put in over the past several weeks or months is starting to, I'm seeing the rewards of this. I'm really getting that with the relaxation card. So if you saw this productivity pumpkin, it doesn't mean you're not going to be busy. Like if you've got a lot you want to do in September, absolutely. But it doesn't seem exhausting. It seems actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Like well balanced, I guess, because you do have time for relaxation. You've got time to kind of like do some things you want and just kind of, kick back and relax and just, see the results of your hard work, okay? And I was getting like maybe because these cards just feel so connected to me with the orange. So maybe with the torch even, because the torch lighting the pumpkin, I'm thinking of all these connections now. But yeah, maybe you found something that works so that you're not like, something's kind of working for you, or you're able to kind of multitask possibly and get more things done at once in like an easy way. So it's not exhausting you, it's actually helping you. You have illumination. This is an interesting card because this could also connect to the friend or the discord. It could be that something's finally illuminated or you're aware of something. This card is also quite calm. I like it with the relaxation card because it could indicate that September for you is a good month to kind of relax and maybe some different things. You're reflecting on different things because I'm noticing the reflective surface there. So maybe you're reflecting on some different things, possibly because you have some time to yourself to kind of just relax. It could also be saying if you have a busy month coming up, if September for you is a month where you have a lot to do and you do want to be productive, it's important to make some time to relax in the month, which is a struggle too, because I know you don't want to lose momentum. You want to keep things moving. And if you're being productive, sometimes it's like, okay, I can't slow down now. Look how much I'm getting done. But then you run the risk of becoming burnt out. So just keep it in balance for sure. All right. So make some time for relaxation. You don't need to burn yourself out. You don't need to exhaust yourself. Okay. So keep that in mind. Plenty of material things. I think I kind of touched on this, but I think you're starting to like, if it's financial, for example, your productivity paying off and you're able to kind of treat yourself to something or buy yourself something, or you're seeing some sort of abundance. It could be that someone's gifting you with something. It could be that you're enjoying, I just got a collection. Maybe you're enjoying some sort of collection that you have, or you're collecting something. This could be, I'm getting like someone sorting out a collection. Maybe you're realizing how much you have of something, possibly. But I'm getting like plenty of material things. There's something you have plenty of in September. There's an abundance of it. This fruit bowl also kind of reminds me to enjoy things while you have it. Okay, so enjoy something in September when you have it, right? So I see this sometimes with certain things that I might buy myself, and then I'm like, okay, I can't use it though. I have to save it for a special occasion. Well, you're alive right now. Right now is a special occasion, so use the lotion, burn the candle, you know, use the things that you have. If you're saving it for like later, if you let this fruit sit, right, you're missing out on it. So I would enjoy the things that you have, enjoy your collections, enjoy, maybe you are, maybe even doing something like organizing the things that you have so that you can enjoy them. So maybe you've got some things in storage or some things in, you know, shoved in closets or baskets or bins. Could be a month to like get these things out and actually look at them, display them, dust them off, clean them, enjoy them. You know, so maybe you're someone who like stores things and then doesn't actually look at them. So it could be time to do that. It could be that you're doing seasonal decorating, okay? And you're realizing how much of the seasonal decor you have. So you're sorting through that. A lot about like having an abundance of something, of an object or an item. So just a bit of a theme for the month. Let's see, stepping into new experiences. Stepping into new experiences. This could be the relationship. Maybe you're stepping into a new relationship, embracing a new relationship. This might be new and exciting for you. Let's read Illumination just for fun. See what else it says. I just got a phrase, don't assume the worst with something. Don't assume the worst. Okay. Says, the upward spiraling mist rising in the mountains suggests that those in the realm of spirit, your spirit protectors, ancestors, and guardians are close at hand, assisting you on your upward journey of illumination. They are protecting you and supporting you. Your spiritual life is expanding by leaps and bounds. Even if you can't see what's ahead, spirit is close at hand. Okay, so it's letting you know that if you're stepping into a new experience right now, if you're starting a new job, if you're moving, if you're just starting a new chapter in life, a relationship, whatever the case may be, your spiritual team, your ancestors, your protectors are with you during this. So you're not actually stepping into this alone. They're right beside you. If you draw this card, trust your heart and what you feel more than what you see and what you think. Okay, isn't that weird? Because when I was flipping through the book, I got something about like, it's something isn't what you think. Like something isn't, like you're thinking like the worst of a situation. So that's really interesting. That gave me chills. So if you draw this card, trust your heart and what you feel more than what you see and what you think. So something could be deeper than it appears. This could connect to the situation with the mice, okay? So someone's actions may be deeper, right? So if you've been finding a friend has been distant lately or something's going on, there could be like deeper feelings attached to this that they're keeping to themselves. Okay, so yeah, if you draw this card, trust your heart and what you feel more than what you see and what you think, you will be guided in a wondrous direction. So yeah, you're following your intuition about some sort of step that you're taking, something you're starting or something you're stepping into. You seem relaxed about it. You seem very trusting. You very much are following your heart. You're really listening to your intuition. You're tapped into your intuition. This card was talking about like, because we don't have any swords cards here at all, you know, so I think that you are really tuned into your feelings about things, about your intuition. You're tuned into that. Even the moon, right? You're very in tune with your intuition, into your feelings, your emotions in regards to things, and less about like maybe your thoughts about these things. So very in tune with your intuition in the month, very tapped into that, very connected to that. So it's really nice. The cards are wanting you to be optimistic and positive about this new experience. You know, again, think about what could go right in the situation as opposed to what could go wrong. The sun's a good card for this situation as well, as far as like I was saying, harmony being restored, but also something kind of being out in the open. The sun really warms up this Five of Pentacles, pardon me. Someone's missing something, or they're feeling like they're lacking something, whether it's texts, phone calls, attention, whatever it is, they're missing time. They're feeling, I'm getting someone's feeling like you've almost like taken something from them. They're feeling like something's unfair or unbalanced. This can be sorted out, though, with a discussion and some, you know, some illumination on the subject. Yeah, someone is attracted to you. So secret, like this could be crushes, not even necessarily crush secret, because you've got illumination here, but like new crushes, new relationships starting. Wow, someone has a crush on you for sure. Very cool. Yeah, very, very cool. Let me know if this is making sense. We still have to do your charms, your letters, your numbers, so we'll look at that. And yeah, then I'm going to like fall on the bed and go to sleep, because I am moving in like 2 days. Well, tomorrow and the next day, so I'm just exhausted. Okay, let's see. Group 3. Oh, wow. Okay. Got more charms than I was expecting. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We've got dream. The 2 fish kissing. Okay, so definitely love, attraction, romance is in the air in September. There's no question at all about this. So whether it's with someone you're with, or a new crush, or messages, flirting, I don't know, but there's some romance in the air for sure. Some attraction, some feeling, some possible new love messages coming in. So this is also communication. It could be in regards to the wedge card, the mice card. There could be some communication coming in. You've got the locked up heart and alert. Okay, let me just piece this together, because you've got the key there. This is making me think of the message about like your emotions being the answer. Like this to me is like the key to success is following your heart, is what's coming through actually. Believe in yourself. A lot of self-reflection. You also might be self-reflective on something, or kind of realizing something about yourself in a certain relationship. Believe in yourself. You've got the car. Okay, so on the topic of like productivity or just movement, things could be moving along. You could feel very in control or behind the wheel, so to speak, of something. Feeling a lot of direction, very clear direction, or a lot of momentum, a lot of speed. You could feel like something is kind of like starting to gain momentum. There could be something with a car this month too, right? So keep that in mind too. Some of these charms could be literal. There could be something with a car that is relevant. You could be going on a road trip. You have the teapot. This is about sharing and friendship. So yeah, I do think that there's going to be a better understanding of a certain friendship. Again, disregard if that's not applying to you, because I feel like that's for somebody. Maybe a relationship dynamic is just changing. You have the camel. So the camel is to me about being self-sufficient. So you could be feeling sort of self-sufficient and independent in regards to something. You've got the mirror. So you're doing a little bit of self-reflection in the month. Or you're realizing, like with believe in yourself in the mirror, you're kind of believing in yourself, or you're recognizing something about yourself. A lot about retreat or relaxation, unplugging possibly. Maybe you're taking a step back from social media with the relaxation card. It looks so relaxing, right? They've got like the hammock and the book. So this one too is about like unplugging, getting out into nature. So that could be what's important to you right now, is getting out into nature, doing some, just having some time, not on some sort of device, which is hard to do, right? Got very, very much like daydreaming, 2 of Wands, kind of dreaming energy, planning towards some sort of dream, or visualizing some sort of dream. This always reminds me of 2 of Wands. Got the fox here. This can be about being clever. Can also talk about like secrecy, secrets. Some secret could be released. you know, something that you've been wanting to release or someone has been. You've got the carousel. It's going to be about cycles, getting out of some sort of cycle, repetitive cycle. Ooh, I just got something different from this. You're coming back around to something, or you're taking another look at something. You've got a second chance to look at something. That's interesting. Heads up, it's asking you to pay attention to something. Paying attention to something, an opportunity possibly. The key to success. It's close to the T. It's also close to the camel. You've got the bobbin. This makes me think of bringing something together, like joining something, like creating something. It also makes me think of the Wheel of Fortune. Again, you've got communication coming in, or a message, possibly a romantic message with that Page of Cups and Knight of Cups. Alert, yeah, for sure. Ooh, an alert on your phone, a message on your phone, a text. Someone's feelings, unlocking someone's feelings. Interesting, group 3. Oh my gosh. Wow. I have to have a sip of this water. Okay. I'm getting, you might have, like, there might be some clever problem solving on your part in the month. Some clever problem solving in regards to something. Someone, this romantic person really feels very understood and seen by you is what I'm getting. You two are a great match. Very cool. Okay, let's get some angel numbers. And then we'll do letters and we'll do the pendulum. 21. Let's see what 21 says. Advancement. You are about to level up. The next step is coming. Ooh, did you not get the... Oh, leg. The next step is coming. Okay, so the next step is coming, so prepare yourself to receive it, heads up. Think of what you need to release in order to do so, write it down, and at the next full moon, either burn it or bury it or feel the space open for what is next. So yeah, you're leveling up, you're stepping into new experiences, you're embracing new experiences, you're ready to step forward into this new experience. So that is cool. Neat. Okay, let's look at letters. I'm getting to tell you to take it one step at a time. You don't have to overwhelm yourself. Got an 8 there as well. 8 could be important. You could be noticing 8 a lot, or 8 could be a date. September 8th. Okay, so let me know what you see. I didn't think I would see much today because I'm very tired, but in the previous 2 groups I've actually seen a few things, but now that I've said that I probably won't see much. Okay. I was gonna say, we don't have another L, but Halloween. Okay. You're nervous to take the next step forward. You're nervous, but it's okay. Trust yourself. You're going through like a growth spurt of some kind, a spiritual growth spurt. Grow. Do we have an H? Yep, growth. Farm. Oh, people are here. The dog's gonna bark. I'm sorry. Got guest. I'm actually shocked she's not barking. Guest, you could be receiving a guest because someone just walked in the house. I hope it's a guest and not an intruder because I don't recognize the voice, but all right, I'm okay. Oh yeah, there's my roommate. Okay, we're good. But guest, maybe an unexpected visitor in September, right? An unexpected visitor or guest. Yeah, that's all I see right now. Warm. Yeah. Let me know what you see, though, and always look in the comments below. If you want to spend more time with the letters, feel free to pause. But I am going to get the pendulum so you can think of a yes or no question that you might want to ask. If you want to pause to think about your question, you can. Think of your yes or no question, group 3. You got a yes today for that question. So let me know what you think, group 3. I really hope that you enjoyed today's reading. And thank you for your support, of course. I always forget to mention, I do have Patreon and memberships. I always remember only in group 3. I'm really bad at sharing stuff like this, but yeah, I've got memberships open as well as Patreon if you want to receive a reading every single week and support the channel that way. I really appreciate my patrons and members. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoy the extra content, and thank you for your support on YouTube, of course, as well. I really appreciate you tuning in today to watch my videos, and liking and subscribing. All of that really does help me, so thank you very much. I hope you have an amazing September. I will keep you posted with my move and show you the place once I'm set up. So yeah, we will see you next time.